It's not about what you did last week. What are you going to do on that next play? What are you going to do on the road today?
Well, last week, Bryce Young, the rookie quarterback, led a career-defining drive in their second victory, upsetting Atlanta. But the defense has really been the strength of this Carolina team.
Yeah, they really have. We know about the offensive struggles, but all year long, this defense has played with a lot of intensity, and they played for each other. Whether it's Derek Brown along that defensive line, Brian Burns, Frankie Louvu back at the linebacker spot. These guys, when you turn on the tape, what you see, what you need to play defense, emotion and violence. You'll see more of that today.
Panthers hope to play the spoiler, the Grinch. You'll hear that reference quite a bit on Christmas Eve. This is Santa's big scene. Who will arrive on the scene today for Carolina and Green Bay? Teams making the tackle on Blackshear are officially.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 22. It's a 10-yard penalty, first down Carolina.
Son Robinson. Our referee is Alex Kemp. Let's get out of the field. Say a Merry Christmas to Jen Hale.
Merry Christmas, Chris. All the Packers want for Christmas this year is that wild card playoff spot, but Santa not giving them many gifts on the injury front. Offensively, they were without two of their young wide receivers, Jaden Reed and Christian Watson. A.J. Dillon is going to give it a go out of the backfield, but he's got that broken thumb, so we'll have to see how it goes. Defensively, no Devondre Campbell, no Darnell Savage. However, they do get Jair Alexander back, and that should be a boost.
All right, thank you, Jen. After the penalty, backs him up. Bryce Young completing to Tommy Tremble, who does a nice job of fighting to get near a first down, setting an early tone for the underdog Panthers.
Yeah, and Anthony Johnson at the safety spot getting the start this week. And this is something that this Packers defense has really struggled with, whether it's people being out of place, having bad communication, and just flat out not coming up and wrapping. Big time problems defensively.
Bryce Young completing 75% of his passes last week, his best performance of the year. After the 9-yard pickup. Young in trouble, and he's sacked. Quay Walker and Preston Smith bring him down at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, and Quay Walker is going to beat Nash Jensen, who's going to be getting that start at that right guard spot. You see in just a little quick swim move, gets all the way up to Bryce Young, and then Preston Smith there to clean it up on the backside. And, you know, this is something Bryce Young has been facing all season long. 9 different combinations along the offensive line, sacked second most out of any quarterback in the National Football League.
Well, they wanted to run the ball with Chuba Hubbard. Now at 3rd and 8, they're in a hole. 35th sack of the year for this Green Bay defense. Young is well protected, lofting one out of bounds. The coverage was good. Trying to go to Tremble again. He just wasn't open. Jonathan Owens on the coverage, and the punting unit will come out for Carolina. This is they've gone 8 straight games without hitting 20 points or more. And a slow start here, as Green Bay should have excellent field position.
Yeah, and certainly not the way that you want to start if you're the Carolina Panthers. I mean, you start with a holding penalty, backs you up, and then not able to convert. And, of course, protection going to be a big issue all day long. You know Green Bay is going to want to bring that pressure, bring extra blitzers because of that offensive line that's struggling.
Pressure was good on Johnny Hecker. Keyshawn Nixon back inside the 30. There's a flag down back inside the 10. What a return from Nixon all the way up near the 47, 48-yard line of Green Bay. Like Hecker did get hit on the back end of that pressure. Will it be running into or roughing?
Well, it looks like it may have hit that plant leg, and that's going to be roughing if it hits that plant leg.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Defense number 90. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
The call is on Van Ness, and the Packers continue the most special teams penalties in the NFL this year. That's their 16th. They have an injured player. We will check for Brian Burns back in week 10 when Burns was injured. Update his health situation a little later, but the penalty sets up the Packers on first down, and Chuba Hubbard gets up across the 31-yard line. And with this offense, since the coaching change, he's gotten more touches, he's produced more yards, and it's taken some pressure off the entire offense.
Yeah, it certainly has. And we've talked about the changes that they've had along that offensive line this season. But Thomas Brown, the offensive coordinator, had been promoted to offensive coordinator, play caller, moved down. He really has emphasized that run. But you look at that wide receiver position, Adam Thielen having a tremendous season. His numbers are as good as the next 3 wide receivers on the roster combined. He's gotten a lot of action this year.
89 catches, 4 touchdowns for Thielen. Back to Hubbard. This Packer defense, 30th in the NFL against the run. They give up almost 139 yards a game on the ground.
Yeah, they have, but I'll tell you, they have got some big-time players along that defensive line. We know all about Kenny Clark and Quay Walker. Been a little bit banged up at that linebacker spot, but he's in there today. And, of course, having Jair Alexander back at the cornerback spot. Missed a lot of time this season, but this is an all-pro caliber cornerback back into the lineup.
Alexander and Eric Stokes playing together for the first time, starting game for the first time together in over a year. Young, plenty of time, and overthrows Adam Thielen, who was open, and it's going to be 4th down.
You see Adam Thielen lined up in the slot right here, and boy, the offensive line did a tremendous job protecting for Bryce Young, and he just flat out misses. And this is what we normally see from Bryce Young. When he misses on those corner routes, those outbreaking routes, a lot of times it's going to be long. That's just something that has happened with him. And both of these quarterbacks, Jordan Love, obviously as a first-year starter, have had inconsistency with their footwork.
We're going to try this again. Take 2. Hecker, booming kick at the 11-yard line. Nixon gets up across the 20-yard line. Sunny day on Christmas Eve here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Temperatures in the 60s. The interception with 11 touchdowns. He's in his 4th season, his 16th NFL starts. He hasn't even started a full season yet in the NFL, but he is warming up nicely as Aaron Jones gets up near a first down to the 30-yard line. His 2nd game back after missing time with a knee injury, and he's a big difference maker. In fact, Jordan Love told us he's in there because we can throw to him if we need to.
Yeah, Aaron Jones, just instant offense. Offensive line done a tremendous job this year. And we talked about all those wide receivers, all 1st and 2nd year players growing up with Jordan Love in real time. It's been fun to watch those players emerge.
He picked up 10 from the 30-yard line. And it's Jones with a lot of running room. He's got another first down. Offensive line blowing holes through this Carolina defense early.
Yeah, and it's going to be